doubt, or a fear that the things have to be done in a way that is just right. In the context of OCD, obsessions are time consuming and get in the way of important activities the person values. The last part is extremely important to keep in mind. The part determines whether someone has OCD, a psychological disorder, rather than an obsessive personality trait. Two different things. So, obsessive compulsive disorder usually these.
Hello? Did she drop herself down? Wait a minute. Okay, I don't know where she went. Salute everybody. Pretty's eyes, I see you. How are you? We are touching on OCD, or bringing awareness to what OCD is and its triggers for the onset of the actual disorder. Um, I don't know where Jay just went. I guess she went to 7-Eleven right quick. Um, I don't know where she went. I think she'll be back, of course. But crash your
Did I
being.
press
What's up,
mute?
Willie?
Did I press mute?
So
Hello?
oh hi.
I must have pressed mute. My bad. I'm
Hi.
like, I'm up here. What are you doing?
Yeah,
I,
I
I
think you
do
do.
too. I do too. Pretty size. So obsessive compulsive. Let me make sure I'm pressing mute again. Hold on. Obsessive compulsive disorder usually.
Wait. Oh, oh, what'd she do? Okay, I don't know where she went again, but I think she
Did I
forgot
mute
something at the
myself
store.
again?
Um,
Let me put.
yes, you did.
Let me put
Keep your
this.
fingers
Let me
to
put this over here. Let me put that part over there, so I won't touch it.
yourself.
I don't know what was
Yeah,
heard. Maybe should I
nothing.
start from the beginning? Hey, Jamel.
Hi,
Nothing.
think you should.
Absolutely nothing.
I think you should.
It's from the beginning, from the top.
Uh, yeah, let's go. What's up,
Okay.
Jamo?
Okay.
See ya.
I don't know if y'all heard the beginning because my um arm or something put me on mute.
Not your arm.
Well, I don't really want to say what it was, but I'm just gonna say.
Oh,
So,
okay, I got you.
obsessive. We're talking today about obsessive compulsive disorder, and it's a common, chronic, long-lasting disorder in which a person has uncontrollable, recurring thoughts, obsessions, and/or behaviors, compulsions that he or she feels the urge to repeat over and over again. Obsessions are unwanted, intrusive thoughts, images, or urges that trigger intensely distressing feelings. Compulsions are behaviors and individual in wait a minute, hold on. Compulsions are behaviors an individual engages in to attempt to get rid of the obsessions and or decrease distress. So most people have obsessive thoughts and or compulsive behaviors at some point in their lives. Hey Willie, I'm sorry I ain't speak. But that does not mean that we all have some OCD. In order for a diagnosis of OCD to be made, this cycle of obsession and compulsions must be so extreme that it consumes a lot of your time, causes intense distress, or gets in the way of activities that the person values. Obsessions are thoughts, images, or impulses that occur over and over again and feel outside of the person's control. Individuals with OCD do not want to have these thoughts and find them disturbing. In most cases, people with OCD realize that these thoughts are illogical. Obsessions are typically accompanied by intense and uncontrollable feelings such as fear, disgust, uncertainty, and doubt, or a feeling that things have to be done in a way like just right. In the context of OCD, obsessions are time consuming and they get in the way of important activities the person values. The last part is extremely important to keep in mind. It determines whether someone has OCD, a psychological disorder, rather than an obsessive personality trait. Obsessive compulsive disorder usually includes both obsessions and compulsions, but it is also possible to have only obsessions. Hey, Gabe, only obsessions. uh, what was that? Only symptoms or only compulsive symptoms. You may or may not realize that your obsessions and compulsions are excessive or unreasonable, but they take up a great deal of time and interfere with your daily routine and or school, social, or work functioning. Take over. Hey, King Genocide.
Salute.
One,
Genocide
two, three,
indeed.
go. One, two, three,
Oh,
go.
oh. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Pass the baton. Okay, so um, basically, what I'm going to kind of cover is what the wait, hold. I hear echo. Get this. I got
I
a lot
don't.
going on.
I don't hear echo.
Oh, it's just on my end then. Um, so the triggers of OCD, it's kind of like um it's like living with anxiety and anxiety provoking like 24 hours a day. Like every day all day it's based on anxiety. So you the triggers can kind of, it depends on what the triggers are. It ranges what they can actually be that brings on the onset of the actual condition. So a trigger is basically like stimulus or that influences the OCD or could even possibly make the symptoms worse. So for example, the triggers for the onset could range from like bullying at school to pass like a loved one passing over. So it's like a constant searching and scanning and being on edge, like waiting for something to occur that's gonna scare you. So you're kind of like, always thinking something's about to happen with having OCD. And so there's no stability because you're expecting something to happen at all times. So your anxiety rises. Um, it's kind of beneficial if people with this disorder kind of embrace and lean into the uncertainty, um, and kind of accept that something could happen, um, because it will be like beneficial that way. So like having acceptance that okay, today I might, have have an onset or something might happen versus trying to prevent it from happening or trying to control the OCD. Instead, kind of like take your hands off, just take your hands off the wheel and kind of just accept that something may happen, something may not happen. Either way, you be able to deal with it a little bit better versus being scared um all the time. So it's it's kind of like OCD is kind of like having like a medical chronic condition. And I guess a good example of it having OCD, living with OCD would be like someone that lives with diabetes. So you have to move a certain way and you have to be prepared to a certain extent because they have to, they may need insulin, or they have to regulate that at any given time. So people with diabetes, they're going to be prepared for how to handle that. So it's something called ERP, which stands for exposure and response prevention. So it's kind of like if you have the tools on your tool belt, you'll be able to assess the issue. So if you're trying to build a house, it'd be a good idea to have like the proper tools so that you can build a house. Same kind of thing. So like I was mentioning before, kind of having the acceptance of knowing that something may or may not happen so that you're not focused on it and just, scared all the time about it kind of helps. And then some people, they need medication, some don't. Well, no, I can't say that. Some need medication, some it just depends on your level because it ranges the types. Um, do you have anything that covers like the different types of
I
OCD?
do. I do.
Okay.
Okay. So comment obsess. I'm gonna start with the obsessions. Hey,
Okay.
Amari. I'm gonna start with
Hey,
the obsessions of common obsessions of OCD.
mhm.
Contamination obsessions, fear of coming into contact with perceived contaminated substances, things such as body fluids, germs, disease, environmental contaminants, household chemicals, or dirt. Violent obsessions, fear of acting on an impulse to harm oneself, fear of acting on an impulse to harm others, fear of violent or horrific images in one's mind. Responsibility obsessions, fear of being responsible for somebody for somebody for something terrible happening, like a fire, burglary, or accident. The fear of harming others because of not being careful enough. For example, dropping something on the ground that may cause someone to slip and fall. Um, the next one is perfectionism. That's a lot of people have. That's I think that's one of the most common one. That one and the contamination, in my opinion. Um,
Mhm.
excessive concern about evenness or exactness. Excessive concern with a need to know or remember. Fear of losing or forgetting important information when throwing something out. Upset. Excessive concern with performing tasks perfectly or correctly, fear of making mistakes. Sexual obsessions, unwanted thoughts or mental images related to sex, including fear of acting on a sex related impulse, fears about sexually harming children, relatives, or others, fears about aggressive sexual behaviors towards others. Religious and moral obsessions, excessive concern with offending God, damnation, and or concern with blasphemy, excessive concern with right or wrong or mortality, identity obsessions, excessive concern with one's sexual orientation, excessive concern with one's gender identity. I think we all love that. But I'm not diagnosing nobody.
Right.
Other obsessions can be relationship related obsessions, for example, excessive concern about whether one's partner is the one, the partner has the partner's flaws and qualities. These types of obsessions can center around romantic partners, relatives, friends, and or other relationships. Obsessions about death, existence, excessive preoccupation with how to pronounce this? Existential. Is that a
That
word?
word. That
Is that a
it's the
word?
word tonight. Let's go.
Existential and physiological, philosophical. I'm sorry. Themes such as death, the universe, and one's role in the grand scheme. Real event, false memory obsessions. Example, excessive concern about things that happened in the past and what impacts that may have had. Emotional contamination obsessions, fear of catching personality traits or personal characteristics of other individuals. Compulsions are repetitive behaviors or thoughts that a person uses with the intention of neutralizing, counterreacting, or making their obsessions go away. People with OCD realize that this is only a temporary solution, but without a better way to cope, they rely on compulsions nonetheless. Compulsions can also include avoiding situations that trigger obsessions. Similar obsessions, not all repetitive behaviors or rituals, are compulsions. This depends on the function and the content of the behavior. For example, bedtime routines, religious practices, and learning a new skill all involve some level of repeating an activity over and over again, but are usually a positive and functional part of a daily life. Similarly, arranging and ordering for 8 hours a day isn't a compulsion if the person works in the library. Duh. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the compulsions, the common compulsions of OCD. Washing and cleaning. Washing hands excessively in a certain way. Showering, excessive showering, bathing, toothbrushing, grooming, or toilet routines. Cleaning household items or other objects excessively. Doing other things to prevent or remove contact with contaminants. Checking checking that you did not will not harm others, checking that you did not will not harm yourself, checking that nothing terrible happened, checking that you did not make a mistake, checking some parts of your physical condition or body, repeating, rereading or rewriting, repeating routine activities, examples going in and out of doors, up and down from chairs, getting up and down from chairs, I want standing up and down. He said, "Drop the link."
I
Okay,
got
hold
it.
on.
I got it.
Um, hold on. Where were I? What was that? Repeating body movements. Example: tapping, touching, and blinking. Repeating activities in multiples. Examples: doing a task 3 times because three is a good, right, safe number. Mental compulsions. Mental review of events to prevent harm to oneself or others, to prevent terrible consequences, praying to prevent harm to oneself or others to prevent terrible consequences, counting while performing a task to end on a good, right, or safe number, counseling, counseling, not counsel, canceling or undoing. Example, replacing a bad word with a good word to cancel it out. Other compulsions: putting things in order or arranging things until they feel right. Telling, asking, or confessing to get reinsurance. Avoiding situations that might trigger your obsessions. It's your turn. The link is dropped. You could go ahead.
Oh, you said it's my turn. Hi. Okay. So, huh? What? I'm like, what? Okay. Salute the boxing scholar and Marco Power was good. And I don't know. Can I just call you JB right now? Because I'm gonna murder your name. Salute everybody that's just pulled up or have been here.
This you?
Um,
Hey, what's good?
Not much.
What's
You
good?
got
Did
to
you just say?
you got to echo.
All right,
No.
let me try it now. All right, so is it better now?
Yeah, it's better now.
All right, so I did have another
hey,
tab
Rod.
open, even though I had muted through the YouTube, it still probably was giving it interference. But just say how you been doing?
I've been fine.
Good, good. I've been doing better. And guess what? I got my driver's license.
Congratulations. Yeah,
Yes.
it's still an
Let's go.
echo.
It's still an echo. All right,
Yeah.
so let me All right, so I'm about to drop down and drop back in. All right, see if that works.
Okay.
All
Give
right.
me a second.
Okay. You can finish with what you were gonna say.
Okay. So, okay, Nate, I got you, Nate. Salute. And what's up, vibe? Appreciate you stopping by. let's see.
Got your
Where
drink
was I?
again?
Okay, so talked about who me? I need like three of those right now. Well, I
No, I
got
was talking to
oh,
Vibe.
mm,
This you?
pour me one by. Let's go.
Oh, this you?
All right, can you hear me better now?
We heard you. It was just yes to let echo. You might have another tab open somewhere.
Nah, it ain't no other tabs open.
I don't
Let
hear
me.
an echo.
You don't
You
hear
don't?
echo? Thank you. So is it? Let me. Is it low or is it echo? What's going on?
Do y'all hear echo? Cause I hear myself repeat it. I don't. Let me make sure. I ain't got another tab
Maybe
open.
is it me?
Cause
Maybe.
it wasn't doing it at first.
It's not on me though. I ain't
He
got
said it's
nothing.
not on me.
Nah, nah. Trust me. Like I ain't got nothing
Let,
open.
let me drop down because I heard an echo on my end earlier. So let me try. Maybe it's me.
Okay. Hold up.
I'll be back.
Okay.
Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Um. Let me see. No, I still hear echo. Hold on. Was it me? I don't have anything. It wasn't echoing at first.
Hold on. Drop down just say. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Sunkist, you hearing the echo? Y'all hearing it? So if you hear an echo, all right. So if everything coming through clear, hit one. Yeah. So it's no echo. We're gonna get the sound issue. We're gonna troubleshoot this. All right. So just say, do you hear echo now?
Um. Yep.
So you got yours on speakerphone or something? You got your what device you like using your phone? You like on like a laptop or something?
Yeah. Let me make sure. I don't have no other tabs open.
So you
It wasn't
still
echo at first.
so you but she saying Sunkiss, you don't hear it. You don't hear it. Cause that was happening earlier. You know what? It be happening like that. It might be the different devices we're using.
That's fine. Okay. Go ahead, Sunkiss. Okay. Get your part of the presentation. She disappeared again.
No, no, she checking it out. You know what I'm saying? Making sure it's working right. Hold on, let me mute mine. Hold on. All right, so y'all talk right now. See if it's happening on my end.
Hello. 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 No echo. I don't hear an echo.
Hi.
Nope. Do you hear an echo?
Uh-uh. Can you hear me?
Yes, it sounds like you're talking.
Whoa.
Nah, no, y'all hit it. Okay, one, two,
Okay.
three, go.
Okay. So yeah, we're on set. I mean on deck now. Okay. So I left off on what a trigger actually means, and like I said, it's just stimulus that influences the development of OCD or something that actually worsens the symptom. And those triggers can or those triggers for the onset can flare up in range from, again, like I said, for example, from bullying school to the loss of a loved one. So
Thank you, Amori.
All right, so is it still echoing now?
as far
One, two,
as
three.
like when I was looking through, because I have an idea of what um OCD was, but like, actually looking into it a little bit, it
So do you think,
to me it seems
Sunkist,
like it's a constant threat or a huh?
do you think narcissists have
Can you hear me?
OCD? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Is it echoing now?
Nope.
Okay, okay. Now check this out. I went to the settings and hit
Uh-huh.
the echo cancellation, Jay.
Mm.
But on Sunkist, it wasn't echoing, but on your shit it
I
was.
don't
So
know.
I get it. Yeah, yeah. No, I'm saying like no bullshit. When she was listening to me, it wasn't echoing. But on Just J shit, it was echoing. You know what I'm saying? Look, I hate the echo cancellation shit. But look, do you think the OCD? Do you think narcissists? Yeah, yeah. I went into that, right? Do you
Hmm.
think?
That's another that's another series we're doing.
Oh, my bad, my bad. Keep
Yeah.
going, keep going. But look, I hate that shit. I'm about to meet up.
Okay, you good? Um, uh, I mean, I guess it there is some there probably is some kind of relativity between the two as far as maybe the victim's end. They might have OCD trying to please the narcissist.
Makes
You
sense.
you know what I mean? And then they get into this space where they're always constantly trying to do better or, you know, beat the high score or whatever, and it just ends up and that's they always end up
Sunkist,
doing
I
that.
like that. They gotta beat the high score. Oh, somebody who feels
Yeah,
like they're in a position to where they gotta beat the high score is like, you know what? I gotta one up you. You got people
right.
who like that in your life. They always want to one up you. I'm like, and then sometimes you don't notice it. I think that's what was happening at work today. It's like, why you keep talking to me like that? I'm like, he trying to one up me. He trying to talk his way into one up me. But I'm like, I'm doing better, and I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like a constant competition because they see you as a threat. So it's so and none of it ever has anything to do with you. It's all within them, but they project. But
Thanks, Sunkist. Keep going.
so so it's kind of like so what I was gathering from it is like a constant threat or disturbance to a person's sense of stability. Because like if you're not on a stable ground or foundation, then of course it turns into fear and anxiety. Um, so like stressful or major life events can also trigger the onset of the disorder. And like triggers could be, for example, it could be relocation, like if you're moving, family problems or domestic, you know, disputes, whatnot, a job change or a loss. Like I mentioned a little bit ago, bullying at school. It could even be like serious illness or physical illness or hospitalization of a loved one. What I found interesting was that pregnancy, childbirth can be a trigger to OCD, marriage even, and then there's like breaking up or getting a divorce can trigger the OCD as well. I'm gonna pass the ball back to you.
That was I can give some examples or for example, me, I'm trying to figure out what would it fall up under because I've been doing it since I was a kid. Pick the nail off my cuticle off my the finger next to my ring finger. I've been
Uh-huh.
doing that since I was a kid, and I think that is like really annoying, but it's OCD because I
Right.
it doesn't hurt or anything, but it's like you know how everybody had like a nervous tick or something that they
Hmm.
do, and
Yeah.
that's mine. I
Hey,
Yeah.
think
can I
yes,
dub stream? Can I dub stream it? It says stream to your audience. Can I stream to some audience?
sure.
All right, so I'm gonna let y'all build, and I don't want to say that, but I'm just gonna hit that, and then if y'all want me to ask me some questions, you know what I'm saying. But I like this, like this is a good build. You feel me? And I appreciate what y'all doing. You feel me?
Yeah, we ain't gonna be here too long anyway. We're
Yeah,
just
yeah, I got you.
trying to break down the definition, the different types, the triggers, and
What is OCD? I'm typing the title.
the triggers and what was the other one?
Mm.
Um, I think
Symptoms.
yeah, simple.
Symptoms. Yeah.
All right, what is OCD?
So basically, those were covered. Um, Anybody have anything to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say genocide. Are you familiar
Like
with OCD?
like examples. I want to hear
Okay,
some
so
examples.
over compulsive disorder. So I have let me
Obsessive.
okay. So what I do I have a problem with cutting people off, and sometimes I get excited and want to hear what people got to say, but I'll cut them off in the middle of doing that, and it's messed up. But like, okay, so I'm kind of antisocial, so like for people I don't mess with, I won't talk to them. But like for people I care about, I know I'm with trying to cut them off with something they trying to say and mess it up somehow. So that's a part of over like or some okay like if I'm working, I try to make sure I get it done as fast as I can.
Hmm.
Mm,
See,
I
you,
I
you
wouldn't
feel what I'm
think that
saying?
was I wouldn't think that was obsessive compulsive though. I would think that was just trying to get her done.
Right.
There we go.
It
Get it,
depends.
get it,
Well, it depends.
get it.
If it's
Save
for
I mean,
if it's a certain day.
I can't diagnose you, but it don't seem like those are uncommon and that they affect your daily life. Like cutting off people. Sometimes you have to cut off people. That's not a obsession or a compulsion.
and
Sometimes you
and when most of the times, it be something that people know or they realize. I see something they saying, and I can feel it, and it's a higher level than what they saying, and I wanna bring that shit out. You feel me? That
Yeah.
okay? I said it right. I said it right.
That it sounds like that taps into maybe a blockage or an overactive chakra. And if you're, I think you're familiar with chakras, right? The
Okay,
seven
okay,
chakras.
okay. So Suncast, this is what this is what I've been saying lately. I feel like I got a lot of distilled energy, but that's what my brother would say. So act like I got untapped or got a potential energy. Act like I got a whole bunch of energy, but I'm not letting it out. I said it right.
Okay. Right, right, right. Like you have all this built up energy, and so you're
Thank
like
you.
not jittery, but you gotta.
Yeah, I want to do some shit with this shit,
Yeah,
but like I don't know what to do.
right.
Like yeah, you said yeah,
Yeah.
thanks. You know what I'm
I,
saying? Like, and I'm not even jittery. You right. It'd be different, motherfuckers. You're like nah, but I feel this shit. Like I got this shit. Like I don't be like this all the time, but when I got it,
right,
I'm like nah, I'm gonna do this shit. You feel me? Like I know that people need this. Like I don't want to be a messenger. It's about the message. You feel me?
right.
You
right,
remember that? You
Right.
remember that shit back in the day? Message.
Message. I
right,
do that too.
right.
Yeah, there we go. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right, right. Do you so like you said at your job, you feel like you might have it when it comes with regard to your job? Is there a particular way you have to do a certain task
No, I
every
don't.
single
I
time?
don't. I don't have to work none of the
Okay.
jobs I do. It's just a mindset. But at the same time, me, I'm a like it. Okay, so look at it like this, right? I'm a good worker. I know how to work hard and I know how to do what I do, but like people be bullshitting. People want to be slicker than a can of grease. And I'm like, yo, fuck you. I ain't not y'all. But look, you been on the jobs with people like that shit before, right? I was
Yeah,
like, yo, I ain't got time for that shit. Let me just work and get this shit done.
right. You work better alone versus in a group.
Not
Right.
necessarily. No, it be one little motherfucker down there to be like that.
I wouldn't think that was
No,
I
no
wouldn't think that
bullshit.
was
No.
obsessive controlling. I wouldn't think that was OCD either. I would think you're just trying to get your job. No, okay. For example,
Thanks,
OCD.
thanks,
Something
thanks,
is like
thanks,
something
Jay.
like something like say you are overworker, if that makes sense. Like you got to work all day, 24/7,
Work,
and
yeah, workaholic.
it affects your sleep. It affects your eating pattern. It affects your life in some type of way to where it's mental. You don't want to do it, but you do it because it's becoming habit.
Yeah. What's up, Queen?
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I like that. I like the way you said that because I like see me when I work. I don't give up mentally. Most people who work they give up mentally. See, I start working when I give up physically, but at the same time, I gotta get paid right. So if I'm moving furniture or if I'm working in a warehouse, working at you know what I'm saying shipyard, different you know what I'm saying, I gotta get paid right.
Yeah. You have a certain like work ethic where you give all you got because That's just it's within you to do that. Versus some people go to work and they mad that they have to
Thanks.
work, and it's
Thank you,
like
thank you.
you
That's
feel
how I
me?
feel. I was like, damn, like I've been applying at different jobs. I got the one job, but I can work there, but then it ain't giving me enough hours, but I'm getting paid right. But then the other jobs ain't trying to come through fast enough, but I'll be getting paid weekly and stuff, but they ain't paying right. You feel me?
I
I don't
still
like
wouldn't
that.
call that OCD though. I would call that just trying to make more money.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, look, let's keep building. Look, I'm supposed to be on mute. Let me mute myself.
Oh, we was pretty much done covering. I
Oh,
covered everything that I had to
okay.
cover.
I want to make sure I won't overstay
We just
nothing.
we just having a little chit chat now
All
um,
right. Hey, so Sunkiss just
about
said,
OCD.
hey, so let's admit, look, so let's all three of us, right? Let's admit one of our characters that we would say, okay, something about myself, OCD. Like I said, sometimes I cut people off, but if I cut somebody, and it's not even cut people off, it's to wait your turn, and if something good, you write it down. Wait for people to talk. But look, if you got something to good say, make sure it's something that actually is building on what somebody's actually saying. But wait for somebody to finish building. And a lot of times, what somebody got to say, they probably gonna say and get to that part, but you ain't waited for them to say that, so you ain't listen long enough. You see what I'm saying?
Right, right,
Yeah,
right.
I got a problem cutting people off too, but it's because I have memory. I'll forget. I'm working on it.
That's why I be doing that shit. I be like,
That
I'm about
might
to
be
forget
that
that
might be
shit.
obsessive.
Hey,
I'm
hey,
working
just
on
Jay,
it.
I be saying that shit. I be like, damn, I'm about to forget this shit. A motherfucker, my homeboys be like going there for like 3 minutes on that. I'm like, yo, I'm about to forget this shit, bro.
Like you like I gotta say it now or else. Yeah,
Right. Right. Like, I didn't
yeah,
mean to interrupt you in the middle of this important conversation, but let me get this out before I don't
right,
forget it when it comes my
right.
turn.
Exactly. Yeah, that
That
sounds like it sounds like either a blocked or an overactive throat chakra. If you
Oh,
tend to cut people off or over talk, or what I'm saying, the way in which you communicate, it would have
so
something to do with
kiss, what number would that be? Would that be the number three or number four chakra?
the fourth is, I believe it's the fourth,
Okay, yeah,
or is it
okay.
the fifth? Hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me count it out. Let me count it out. Oh, the fifth. It's the fifth. So
yeah,
yeah,
so
So,
fifth chakra.
okay, okay. So on that chakra scale, how many chakras are there?
There's like I think like over
hold on.
20 or something like that, but there's
Over
seven main.
20? Oh, I ain't, seven primary, like over
Yeah,
20.
yeah.
Okay,
There's
I get it. Oh, okay. So I ain't heard that before. I like that. I like that. I'm learning
yeah,
something.
right.
Yeah. So did anybody else hey JD,
What's good, Jay?
anybody else have anything to say about it? Or want to tell a story?
I
Or
mean, let's go. Let's go. So OCD. You know what? I got fired from my job, but I got my driver's license right after that shit.
Hmm,
That
that's
shit
smart.
crazy, right? That shit crazy. Like I can't even make that shit up, right? Yeah, like it'd be different if I was saying shit. Nah, I was like, damn, it was a reason for that shit to happen, right? But I had a narcissist supervisor.
mm.
Uh,
I
what did
looked
they
out.
do?
I
But I
looked up.
still wouldn't call that OCD.
No, nah, just trust me. Okay, okay. The day I got fired, they said, nah, fuck that shit. Let's go into some other shit. Yeah,
Well, that could be a trigger though to OCD, getting fired, or what I'm saying, losing a job or having to
thanks.
change
Thanks, Sunkiss.
positions. So
Say
we're
that
still
shit.
on the right track, because that was definitely one of the triggers. Was job loss or a change of employment.
Oh yeah, yeah. And then you know what? My the top supervisor above her, she said, Kevin, she said, you a good man. You very intelligent. You deserve better than this job." And this was like a month and a half before that shit happened. She was like, "Yo, you deserve better than this. You need to apply yourself to something better." And no bullshit. I was like, "Damn, I can't say that because it'd be different. Like she gave me she openly said that like she made me have a meeting with the other employees like and everything was cool and I didn't it is what it is, yeah. And actually she right. I actually got my driver's license right like within like 2 weeks I did that. You feel me? She right.
Yeah.
In my
Mhm.
position, I guess that I was not fulfilling who I am more than you know what I'm saying? If that make any sense, like, cause I was
Yeah.
undershooting myself. I was just being an NPC.
Right, right.
I'm
Mhm.
admit that shit. Like, I guess I'll be an NPC.
Yeah, so that was all I had to say on the matter. I knew it wasn't gonna be a long one because it's not. It's we try to break it up in sections, and it's not really a lot on OCD, but we cover most of the trick. Well, the definition, the 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 difference between the two, obsession and compulsions, um, common obsessions, common compulsions, um, triggers and symptoms.
hmm Did we did we say
We
symptoms?
I don't know. That was you.
Let me.
Did y'all go over the sentinels? Yo, hey, let's do it.
What would be a symptom like from your like personal experience, Jay?
All right. I give one. So a personal experience with sentinel. Oh, look. Basically, people like they'll clean stuff, like over clean stuff, or overdo stuff. Repeat themselves. It's a whole bunch of different ones. You know what I'm saying?
It it sounds like well, not speaking in relation to you, but just like as we're building about it,
Sleep it go.
it sounds like a Virgo. Shout out to the Virgos. It sounds like a Virgo all day.
Mm,
If anybody knows or has a Virgo in their life,
my daughter.
okay, let's talk about it. Did she like did she, OCD itch, or like do you see any of these um triggers or things that we talked about in
No, no. I see more NPD and what was the other one we talked about? Body dysmorphia.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I wonder if the body dysmorphia and like OCD, not that they would be the same, but if they kind of,
lead to each other.
yeah,
It's possible. I would think.
because it's kind of like with the body dysmorphia, they're so focused on that thing,
Hmm. Yeah, it
and
makes sense. Hey,
they become
mouthpiece.
competitive type.
Salute.
So salute, salute.
Oh
So
yeah,
yeah,
salute them, salute everybody up in the building.
yeah. Where did that go? I was looking at something that was saying like different ways that you can kind of um not curve it, but kind of help it or help the triggers. Um, and that would be like basically taking care of yourself, like healthy meals, exercising, getting rest, seeking out therapy, uh, getting people involved. Like instead of trying to hide it or being ashamed of it, talk to people that you can trust and lean in. Let them know that you need help in whatever way that may be. Um, because I think like okay, so we know, and or if you guys don't know, May is the mental illness awareness month. So bringing light,
This is still the mental awareness month.
yeah,
Mhm.
the
It's
whole
just
month
the
of May.
25th.
cause my homeboy, he had been doing that for like the last 2 months, and my other homeboy that I work with, right? His wife, she's big in that field. Like she's like, hey, hey, hey. So we got to do that. You know what I'm saying? We got to bring awareness to that, and help people. You know what I'm saying? Because not
Yeah,
everybody is like rap type.
right. And
You
some
can say
people
that
aren't.
again.
Hold on. We got to bring awareness to mental health because not everybody rap type.
That's what we're trying to do.
No, no,
Right.
I'm not. No, I'm not saying you ain't
Are
saying
you
that. But
saying in general?
yeah, yes, yes, to the audience. I'm saying that to the audience. You know what I'm saying? We the new TV. You know what I'm saying? We don't watch TV. You know what I'm saying? We everybody build, and I love this build, and I appreciate y'all allowing me this platform and the panel as look the divine feminine. I'm the divine masculine. Hey, let's do it.
Let's go.
All right.
Let's go.
Yeah,
That was all I already. That was all I already had for today. Anyway,
it was a
as
quick
far
one.
as on that matter.
Yeah, it's a quickie. Um, I am going to be working on. I might just jump out the window tonight. Um,
What
with
you
the
got? What you got
I am.
cooking?
I have a 7-part series of chakra.
A seven
Um,
part series. I want to. Okay, okay. So let me get a brief summary. So part one. I want. Look, you said a 7 part series. So and I'm interested. I want. I hope you. I put that shit on my community tab.
yeah. I was gonna like do a stream and go through all seven, but I figured if I break it into 7 episodes, we can kind of really dig in and really learn about each one in depth as opposed to just skating over the surface.
There we
So
go.
the first episode will be the root chakra. Um, so I might just do that tonight. I don't know, but
Hold
if
on, hold
not
on,
today,
hold on.
tomorrow.
Here go the title name. The Seven Chakras series.
Right.
There
I
you
think
go.
that is
Look,
what
write that
I'm
shit down. Look, the Seven Chakra series. Put the hashtag and do the look. Trust me, you gonna generate numbers. Look, you gonna just
I,
trust.
I gotta look. I think that's exactly what I named it. But yeah, I'm gonna do.
Did you? Hey, look, and
I
then I
think
ain't
so.
see that shit right. You ain't said, and I ain't see that shit right.
Yeah, no,
You
no.
ain't, you ain't saying I ain't see that shit right.
I
Hey,
know.
look, evidence.
Right.
So,
Right, mouthpiece. That's why we're trying to stick to like the certain
Yeah,
topics.
yeah. People are
It's
some they get ashamed or they're ashamed of it or they sometimes pride keeps you from wanting to ask for help. I used to be bad. I mean, asking for help is not a thing in my world. And
me either. So you normal.
right, no, it's not normal though,
It is
because
normal because I know
it's
why.
normal. It's normal, but it's not. It doesn't help. Is what I'm trying to say. Life
Okay.
experiences kept busting me upside the back of the head because I wouldn't ask for help. So I kept being in situations where I needed help, and because I wouldn't ask for help, I kept coming across different situations where I needed. You know what I mean? So it's normal, but it shouldn't be.
I
So
get you.
uh, yeah. So
And
for
and
me,
and
that was that.
and to piggyback off of that, the reason why I said it's normal is because I I don't like most people don't like um what's the word I'm looking for? Rejection. So
Right.
they will um not ask anybody and do it on their own. And I'm the type of person that you have to I forgot my thought. What was I about to say?
Um,
I got thrown off.
squirrel.
He say, Mr. Breakdown, you want to know what you want to know is doing multiple things at once considered an OCD. Let's say cleaning or rushing and completing tasks. What y'all think? Um, Hey, Metal Face. Uh, yeah, I broke that down. It's hey, so am I. As
Hey,
far
Bishop.
as I think that would fall under obsession, fear of coming into contact with
Yeah,
contaminations and cleaning and stuff like that.
yeah.
And
I had big OCD when my son was younger, like infancy and the whole right before he became like mobile, meaning walking. It
uh
was like I we were not about to get the cooties and they're out here like heavy. So it was like I was always making sure like everything had to be clean. Like I had to wipe down surfaces that probably didn't need to be wiped down, but I'm wiping them down.
right,
You know what I mean? And it was just like it wasn't so crazy, or not. I shouldn't say crazy. That's the wrong word. It wasn't so much
No, no, you was
ag-
doing the right
ag-
thing. Look, I want my girl. I ain't saying it like that, but look, my girl, she always look clean it down, shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a girl right now, but like when I like for my relationships, that's a good thing. You feel me? Cause shit
yeah,
do be getting dirty. You know what I'm saying? Like every time shit being walked through, shit getting dirty. You know what I'm saying?
right,
yeah.
yeah,
But studies say if it affects your life, like so
Yeah, that
to the
part.
point where you
Yeah.
can't stop. So I mean,
yeah.
I
Like if
guess
somebody has to
yeah.
like clap their hands 3 times before they walk
Right.
through a door or something, like they can't walk through the door unless they do this thing.
Yeah.
That that would be like an example. So it's like if your ex could not like move on with her day or her life unless she did this thing, then that would be considered OCD as opposed to just
Hey
wanting to
Sam.
be a cleanly person. No sign. Salute,
She
big
said no
sis.
sign.
Is that what I think that's what oh no Sam, my bad. Salute, my fault. but
Yes.
yeah.
So
But yeah. I think is anybody
most
did somebody
yeah,
wanna come
most people can pretty much pinpoint it though. Like I said, if it affects your life, if it doesn't affect your life and your daily activities, then it wouldn't be really considered OCD because affects your life to where you can't function unless you do this thing.
right? You
If that
said
makes sense.
you said that it was interesting that you said the so like what was it, a hangnail that was on which finger that you
Mm-mm.
had to
I pick at my cuticle
okay.
on my the finger in between the middle finger and the
Okay,
ring
okay.
finger. Yeah, and it's only that finger, and then like the back of my thumb, I pick the skin off. It's something I've been doing since I was young. I would
Interesting.
say, yeah, I would say it kind of affects my life because I want to stop, but it when I'm like I'm doing it now. But
Oh man.
sometimes when I'm in, yeah, sometimes when I'm in deep thought and nobody will really pay attention or know, because who says something like, yeah, I picked the skin off of my thumb.
Right. Like I'm down to the bone, but how y'all doing?
No, it ain't even that. It's the like it's the crease of the thumb. Like the first crease is crazy. It's just I don't know. I don't know why it started. I don't know how it started. Yeah, washing your hands a lot. As far as if it, yep, nail biting is definitely. I
Yeah.
would definitely say right. That's what it was. You know what? That's probably when I started. When I stopped biting my nails.
You traded one for another.
Right.
Yeah, for me, I think it was like twirling my hair. It's
Mm,
like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's almost like, well, my hands should be doing something, or I don't know. I don't know if this is a thing. Like
that
sweatshirts,
makes sense.
the sweatshirts for me, like they have to have pockets in the front, because otherwise, I don't know what to do with my hair. I don't know. I feel like a weirdo
She
if I
bites her
can't. Like
nails.
I always have to have my hands like in pockets. Like if I'm walking somewhere, I don't know. Like it's weird. Not that it's weird. It's just interesting.
I,
I caught that about myself. Like what? I need pockets because if they don't have pockets, what are my hands doing?
right. You so silly. I have another one. My daughter, she has been sucking on her bottom lip since she was like 1 years old, and she still does it right now to this day. To
That's
the
funny.
point where and to the point where I'm finna get to that nail biting. So I stopped biting my nails because they have something in the store called nail biter in Walgreens, Walmart. It's called nail biter. Paint her nails with that, and she will stop biting her nails because it is so nasty.
Damn.
I stopped. That's how I stopped biting my nails with nail biter. I tried it with my daughter, but like, let me paint your nails. So it's like I don't
It's like
know.
I'm on to you. I don't want no manicure.
Just touch your bottom lip right quick.
Right. So she has a lip at the bottom still. You said
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
baby.
she still has a lip, but and then she pinches her she pinches her pillow. She has a pillow that she pinch, and she's been doing that. It started around the same time. I would say that's OCD too, because well, it don't affect her life, but it affects mine. Because I'm like, why are you doing that bottom lip though? It affects her life. You're like, girl, get
Right.
some lotion, get some
Right.
Vaseline.
Right. You're gonna need your lip later on in life. Stop biting me.
Right.
That's funny.
Yeah. So I would think that would be OCD kind of sort of
Yeah.
something that you can't, like I said, affects your daily life to where you can't function and do certain things or you can't stop.
Right.
My hands
Dang.
are always on my face. That's why I can't wear makeup. I be rubbing my face all day. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds compulsive
Right. Right.
or obsession. Wait, what would it be? What would you think that would be, obsession or a compulsion? Let me see.
I think compulsion, because yeah, I would think compulsion versus obsession, or is it both? Dun dun dun. Are you looking it up?
Compulsion, obsessions are unwanted, intrusive thoughts, images, or urges that trigger intensely distressing feelings. Compulsions are behaviors an individual engages in to attempt to get rid of the obsessions and or decrease distress.
She said, "I don't know. I need to stop."
I I get it though. I've been doing this since I was a kid, so I get it.
Oh, my
And
fault.
my
Do say
hair,
more.
I think, and I agree with the hair thing. Oh yeah, I can't keep my hands out of my hair. If even if I've been doing it all day, just touching my
Right.
hair for no reason.
You're about to touch your hair in your avatar. Like, I bet after you took the picture, you touched.
I think I was touching my hair, my avatar.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I
Every
noticed
time
that
you
I
touch
did
your
that.
hair, your avatar, that shit fucking funny. Hey, look,
Hey,
I be doing
See,
that
I
shit
used
to
to
my
play with
shit
my
too.
toes.
Hey, look, as soon as I get my hair, like once I get my hair braided up, I
you touch
always
it.
start touching that shit. Don't why when we get our hair done, right? You start touching that shit though.
Yeah.
No, you ain't
Braid.
supposed
instead
to
of
touch
just
That's
that shit.
instead of just looking in the mirror.
right.
Like
Like, so
damn,
yeah.
I just want to keep rubbing that shit. Just keep fucking with it. Keep fucking with it. Yeah.
Whenever I get singles, if I get single braids, oh my God, I'm in them joints. Like I have to be doing something, twirling them or, moving them around. I notice my mom does it, so I'm gonna go ahead and blame her. Let's go. But
He's talking about scalp be bad. Look, not mine, and I'm actually pulling on my hair. You know what? That started when I was little too. I used to my mama, she used to put my hair in a ponytail, and I used to,
mm,
by the time I came home, all the front of the ponytail, I had pulled it out the ponytail because I was just pinching at it, like pulling it out. And I guess
come
I'm still
on,
doing that. I
come
guess
on,
because
Jay.
I was sitting here pulling at the back of my hair, like, wait a minute.
So what did you do on like picture day? Did you was your hair still in place or
Yeah,
did
it was
you
still in place on picture day.
okay, okay. Be like, she ain't never buying the picture. You just got to take your
Yeah, that's
picture.
funny that you bring up picture day because this a little bit off topic because she used to be like, let me see how you smiling because I'm not gonna buy these pictures.
Let's go. Let's go.
So I had to show her how I was gonna smile on the picture
Right,
before she bought it. Before
right.
she paid for it. It was
Like,
weird, but I
I'm
get
not
it, but it
sending
was
you
weird.
a
And I think that's another reason, like when I take pictures, I don't smile a lot. But I've started smiling more,
check.
but I think that's the reason.
Let's go. Okay. Got you. Got you. Yeah, I did that with my son. Like there's like I have all the like the different years as he
Mhm,
gone through school, and like some
mhm.
of his years were like the
Hey,
smile was just
Sunkist,
so crazy. I was
Just
like, what?
Jay, I put my information in private chat. So that's how y'all can hit me up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okie dokie.
So
Bet.
what you do, send your name to both of them, like, and then I know you feel me. Just put
Okay.
your name, screen name, YouTube, and anytime we want to collaborate, and because I'm streaming this to mine now right now, and y'all giving me content, some good content to my channel right now. I appreciate that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Mhm.
No worries. I mean, the more, what I'm saying, the more the merrier because it gets out to the masses. So,
Yeah, and I can see that my traffic going to y'all, and I appreciate that. They were like, "Yo," some of my friends like, "Yo, shut up, kid." They're like, "Yeah," they're like, "Nah, we got King, yeah,
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
already." You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I didn't want it to be a long because I know it it wasn't really much to cover on OCD other than giving a definition, and because some people think they have it and they don't, but I think you would know.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. Like I'm sitting. Y'all don't hear that?
What are you doing over there?
I was sitting up here pinching the doggone cuticle with
Oh no!
with,
Oh, okay,
with
okay.
my desk chair.
Guess what I did? Hey, I'm gonna be honest. Hey, you want to hear what I did? Yeah, hey. So a bonus round. I spilled my beer.
Ah, man. Damn.
I ain't need it. Yeah, I ain't it. But look, it won't. It was a little bit. It was like it wasn't even that much. Yeah, it was like it was
Complete
so little when I cleaned it
on in
up. What
public.
ain't? Yeah.
I had an obsession with cleaning my nose even in public. I stopped.
Oh shit.
Hey, at least you could stop.
Right. At least you didn't have no birds in the sky. That's what we call boogers in your nose. Like me and my homegirl, instead of saying like, "Hey, you got a booger in your nose," we'd be like, "Hey, you got some birds in the sky right now." So at least you didn't have birds
Right.
in the
You
sky.
cured yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
God.
I got a OCD. So check this one out. I like when I like learning something and I gotta have interest in it, right? So if I have interest in something and I want to learn it, I start like learning manuals or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You like
Mhm.
dive in and go hard on the subject.
Yes. Look, look, you took the words not out of my mouth, but you took the words out of my head. Exactly. I ain't even had to say that shit.
He said,
Right.
"Did you notice anyone looking?"
They was probably like, "Damn, she." Oh hell no! But I mean, yeah,
She
you
said,
had to
"That's what
make
made us
sure
stop."
all
I
day.
know, right?
That's funny. Where are we at?
But yeah, so
You ready to end?
we will be coming to you with more. Yeah, because it wasn't really an open panel, so
Yeah,
we'll be coming back with something else soon,
right.
real soon.
Yeah,
And I want to thank you all for tuning in.
absolutely.
I'm
My
gonna go out
pleasure.
like this.
What's up
Peace,
with it, La
everybody.
Familia? Happy Sunday. Said I could pop in real quick.
Justjate, huh? fake niggas free. M.O.B. First lady on the panel, just Jay, this the channel. When you're watching, gon' sub, hit that like, leave a comment, respect what she all about. Haters gon' walk it out, a lady be a lady. Right now, bitch, close your mouth. A Midwest gangster, thuggin' in the South, a princess from Chicago, ATL queen, pull up on the shoulder, she the hottest in the city. She a badass bitch, yeah, that thing sitting pretty. Hold it up, light it up, we just wanna smoke and ride. If you look into her eyes, she'll leave you hypnotized. Soft spoken when she talk, don't get it twisted, get it twisted. She got lady too bold, yeah they with it, yeah they with it. What is you too street? She ain't come out here to play. Niggas like, who that is? That's my homie, Just Jay. What's happening?
What's up with it, La Familia? Happy Sunday. Said like pop in real quick.